welcome to our salute for our hometown heroes. We are amazed at the crowd we have tonight just to show the amazement of our veterans and our kids and what these veterans stand for our fight that they gave all over the United States and all over the world. Now we would like you to stand for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Saltillo High School Band and our choir students. If you would, remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by our Saltillo Primary School classes. Once the Star Spangled Banner begins, if you would, please sing along as we sing the Star Spangled Banner. Primary School Discovery classes.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'd like to welcome our mayor of Saltillo to the stand, Toby Grantham.
Good afternoon. I'm Mayor Kobe Grantham, and I would like to welcome everyone to salute to our hometown heroes. Ronald Reagan once wrote, "Those who live today remember those who do not. Those who know freedom remember those who gave up life for freedom." Well, I'm truly honored to see so many great people here tonight to honor, to celebrate, to commemorate all of our veterans. Today we honor those who have honored our country. Today we honor those who have fought and died for our country at the highest form of service. We thank you for protecting every corner of our country. I love our great city. I love our great country. And in God, we do trust. I want to thank Saltillo Elementary for helping host this event. And to all our veterans that are here today, not only do we thank you, we honor you. Now I would like to present Guntown Middle School and our very own Saltillo High School choir.
this time, our Saltillo Elementary School Discovery students have their choir and their flag routine at this time. As a way to thank and acknowledge each of our hometown heroes, when the song of your military branch is played, if you would, please stand as we may honor you while our Saltillo High School band plays the theme song for each branch. branches of the armed forces, please stand once again so we can honor you. Every branch, please stand. Thank y'all. Band, you're wonderful. Choir, you're wonderful. Your kids, your young kids, elementary school, wonderful. You're doing a great job. We are so proud of you. At this point in time, we would like to recognize some of our state representatives. Right now, at this time, I would like to recognize Senator Chad McMahon.
Mama, I don't know how you feel, but I feel proud to be an American right now, don't you?
Yes.
The American spirit is alive and well in Northeast Mississippi, General Kelly. I don't know about you adults, but it warms my heart to see so many of these young people singing patriotic songs about this great nation. And honoring these veterans. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the chorus. I was in the band myself in high school. I wanted to get a trumpet to fill in. It's an honor to be here with you tonight. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here with my friends and neighbors and family. And I am your neighbor. I just live just down the road here at 145 in Guntown. You know, these veterans, we appreciate what you've done. I would appreciate all the veterans standing for just a moment. Stay standing, veterans. Go ahead. Young people, I want you to look out here at these men and women. Some of them have seen horrific things in their lives. Some of them carry physical and mental scars. Some of these men have held their friends in their arms or seen their friends give their life for liberty and freedom. These are the heroes in America. Gentlemen, we owe you a debt of gratitude that we can never pay. Thank you. Thank you for standing up on liberty and duty. Thank you for standing up when duty called to stand up for liberty and freedom and pass it on to the next generation. We honor you, we thank you, we salute you. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Mississippi.
At this time, we would like to recognize our United States House of Representatives and veteran, Mr. General Trent Kelly.
It's always a pleasure to speak somewhere on Veterans Day, and I guess I've been doing this since I got back from Iraq in 2005, early 2006, was the first time I've been doing it since. And I rarely say no unless I have a conflict, because it's so important to me. Let me start. Do we have any World War II veterans out here tonight? We have a lot of those guys, but they're all in their 90s or older, and I'm going to tell you, we would be speaking German or Japanese right now if it was not for our greatest generation, the World War II veterans. Do we have any Korean War veterans that are out here tonight? How about Vietnam veterans? I know we got one. Let me tell y'all, if y'all will give them one more round of applause. You know, these guys fought the brink of communism all across Asia. They fought it all over the world. And the reason we still speak English and we're a free country and we're a democratic republic is because of these men and women who served in Vietnam and Korea. And I'll tell you, they stopped communism from spreading all over the world. So thank you one more. Do we have any Desert Storm veterans out there? This was the one war we didn't let get ahead of us. This was the most prepared service in the world. These guys took care of it in about 100 days. Actually, it took shorter than that. It took 100 to mop up everything. But these guys and girls, let me tell you what, they are the greatest army in the world at the time, Army and Armed Services at the time. Group I'd like to recognize is those who have served in our longest war in our nation's history, and that is our war on terror. And whether you served in Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, or any of those other places in North Africa, if you served in those conflicts, please stand up and let us see you. We lost our will to fight. You talk to these men and women, and I can assure you we have not lost our will to fight. And they now refer to this group as our second greatest generation. Now, I'm going to do something I try to do always. First of all, I'm going to recognize my beautiful wife, Sheila. We'll be married 31 years in December, and I've been in the military for 36 coming this December. But if you're a spouse of a service member, please stand. And if you're a mother or father of a service member, please stand and join them. And if you're a brother or a sister, a sibling, please stand. You guys can be seated. Thank you. All of us who wear a uniform could not do that without the support we get at home. And especially when you deploy downrange, I'll tell you, you can only think of one thing, and that's keeping yourself and your buddies next to you alive. And so back home, whether it's a husband or a wife, or children or mothers and fathers, someone has to take care of paying the bills, building the houses, working a job, taking care of children, all those chores, fixing cars, and I'll tell you, mine did it for 31 years, and I know each and every one of you did too, so thank you, and God bless each and every one of you. One of my favorite quotes is from our first KIA in Afghanistan, and at the time he was not serving in the armed services, he was the CIA. But he had served as Marine prior, and his name was Mike Spann. He was from Alabama. And when they asked him when he joined the CIA, why he wanted to join the CIA and why he wanted to serve, he said, "I believe in the meaning of honor and integrity. I'm an action person who feels personally responsible for making changes in this world that are within my power. Because if I don't, no one else will." Much like Isaiah, when this country is asked, when this country asked each and every one of you who served in uniform, you didn't run. You said, "Send me. Send me. I'll go. I'll go do all I can to keep this nation free and to make America the greatest nation in the world." Serving this nation is the biggest honor that I've ever done. There's nothing else that will compare to leading troops in combat, especially when you bring those guys and girls home. There's no greater honor. There's also no greater sorrow than when you don't bring one of those home. It's tough, but I can tell you, we're all proud of what we do. And people often ask me, I can remember I was a little bit younger than these guys. I was about 5 years old in the Neshoba Baptist Church, and every Veterans Day and Memorial Day, they would ask those veterans who I thought were old men at the time. They were all 40 and 50 years old. They were our World War II veterans. Of course, I was 5, so they were really old. Now I'm 55, so I'm like older than they were then. But they would say, if you served in our nation's service on Sunday service, would you please stand up? And those men who, where I come from, were hard-working farmers, and they were bent and broken, lots of years of hard work, and when they asked them to stand up, they would stand up, and they would be so tall, so erect, so proud of those years of service, most of them in World War II. And there was nothing else in their life that was as important as that. And at your age, I said, I want to be like them. I want to do something that makes me proud of what I've done, is what these men are, of what they've done. And so that's why I serve. The final thing I'll say is, in almost every war, we've had men and women of all races, creeds, cultures, religions, that have chosen to go defend those freedoms of others. And because they have done that, we are still the greatest nation in the world. But I want to tell you a little bit about what I think the men and women, and Lieutenant Colonel Grossman wrote a book and a thing, and he talks about the sheepdogs. And I want to tell you a little bit about what these men and women are. So you got sheep, and that's about 98% of the population. And they are wonderful people. They are very productive. They make things that, they make a living. They make our economy grow. They make our nation run well. They are very productive citizens. As a sheep, it has wool that you can use to make clothing, so you can clothe the world, and our people do the same thing. They also have meat that you can eat that nourishes the world. But what they don't like to do is fight. And a sheep does not like to fight, and it doesn't really even have the ability to fight. Even a flock of sheep, there's not a sheep in there that can step out and fight for the other sheep. It stays there. And then there's wolves in this world. And the wolves are those who do harm to others. And they do harm for others because they can, because they're more powerful, because they're mean, because they're hateful. They want to hurt, they want to deceive, they want to kill, they want to steal, they want to take. And wolves make up about 1% of the population. And I don't think that applies to countries as well as men and women. But there's 1%, those wolves, that want to do the others harm. And they want to do harm to the sheep.
Right.
And then you've got the sheepdogs. Now, during times of peace, which we're hopefully going into now for a little while, but in times of peace, that old sheepdog lays up on that hill and he watches over the flock. He lays in that sun, and people will walk by and they'll say, look at that old sheep. Look at that old sheepdog. He costs a lot to feed. He costs a lot. He just lays up there in the sun. He's not like the sheep. He doesn't give us wool. He doesn't give us food. He just lays up on that hill. But on the day that the wolf shows up, and it doesn't matter if it's a wolf or a pack of wolves. It doesn't matter if he's outnumbered. It doesn't matter if they're bigger than him or her. That sheepdog will get in between the wolves and the sheep. And that sheepdog will bare his fangs, the same fangs as that wolf has, that he would never use to harm anyone unless he's protecting those things that he loves the most and treasures the most. All these men and women who have worn this uniform, whether in peacetime or war, we don't get to choose what period we serve in. We do get to choose if we serve or not. So, one more time, for those who chose to don the duty of being a sheepdog and protecting everything that is dear to this nation, please give them one more round of applause. I do know the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day, and today is Veterans Day. We honor those who serve, that are still living. But I can never forget my friends who are no longer here to celebrate that. But I ask that we also celebrate with the Gold Star families and those who have given those, their sons and daughters and husbands and wives in service to this country. And I like to remember what George Patton said. George Patton said it is foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank God that such men live. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Great words, great men, Senator Jeb McMahon, General Kelly. That don't make you feel proud to be an American, then I don't know what else can. But, like they said, we did have to lose some members in wars that we regret that happened. So at this time, we'd like to have a moment of silence to honor our heroes who gave the ultimate sacrifice. The Junior Civitan Club will be releasing lanterns in honor and memory of our veterans at a later date. If you would, welcome Jeff Knock to the stage to perform now.
like to thank all of you for coming tonight. We have a few thank yous for our community. Smith's Nursery, Plant House Printing. We'd like to thank our speakers, Senator Chad McMahon and Congressman Kelly, our MC for tonight, Mr. Hill, the SHS Band under the direction of Robin Hill, the GMS and SHS Chorus under the direction of Ms. Crawford and Ms. Wilkins, the administration from all of our schools for working together to let us do this, teachers and the Veterans Day team here at Saltillo Elementary, parents, but most especially our hometown heroes, our local veterans. It's my sincere hope that you felt appreciated tonight. Please know that this community and our schools will not forget the service and sacrifice that you and your family members have made on our behalf. Happy Veterans Day.
Let's don't forget to thank Ms. Dye and the Saltillo Elementary teachers that helped tonight, the high school teachers that helped tonight, and the Guntown teachers that helped tonight. Tonight was a celebration from our town, our students, and our community members to honor our veterans. It is important that we come together to celebrate our local hometown heroes and teach the future generations just how fortunate we are in our country. Whenever you see a flag, stop and think about that. The time, the service, and the sacrifices that these men and women have made for each of us as citizens of the United States. Be thankful for the great country in which we live and those who help to protect it. Tonight, I hope our heroes know how appreciative we are of them and their willingness to serve. Have a safe trip home, and God bless America.